What's up, everyone? This is Rayuka here, and today's the Rayuka Gaming Update. Sorta, kinda, not really. It's me addressing little issues that some people may have, which I think is just pretty ridiculous. So, I was asked on Twitter about the controls I use for Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, and there wasn't really no specifics on that question. It seemed like it was a general question, so I want to clarify this question, and I figured why not make a video talking about this. For the Nero and Dante playthrough, I used automatic. Now some will say, why use automatic? And to be completely honest, just because I really don't care. They're just controls. That's about it. I have played through the game multiple times on normal controls. Especially if you're trying to S rank missions and S rank boss fights, you're gonna want to learn the normal controls of Nero and Dante. But I figured I'm doing a playthrough, and why not? Why does it really matter? I'm the one playing the game. Who cares? If the person is watching and they're enjoying the playthrough and they're liking what they're seeing and they're enjoying the story, great. But I didn't think some people out there would complain about, oh my gosh, you're playing automatic, that's terrible, that's for noobs, that's for casuals. I honestly don't give a shit. It's there, it's a mode. Why should I care again? I decided to use it, so why does it matter? Who does it matter to? Question mark. People play the game the way they want to play it. But that's just to address that, and that was only with Nero and Dante. As for Virgil's playthrough and Lady and Trish, I use normal controls. And I want to be clear about Lady and Trish and Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. They're not my favorite. Trish, she's sort of fun to play with, a bit of a learning curve. But when it comes to Lady, I honestly wasn't a big fan of the way her controls were. But besides that, yeah, it's not difficult to learn them either. And if I have not said it, I'm gonna say it now. It's best if you want to S rank missions and things like that. My recommendation is learning their normal controls, learning their setup, their combos, and yeah, you can pretty much get through the game with no problem. Especially if you're trying to get through Bloody Palace, you're gonna want to really learn their controls and how they work. But besides that, yeah, I wanted to get that out the way because apparently some people seem to be bothered that I decided to use automatic in the Nero and Dante playthrough. That's just ridiculous, and it's really stupid in my opinion. It just whatever. So I got that out the way, and that is what it is now. I also want to address the Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3. And in reality, nothing has been asked yet, so I just want to get this out the way just in case if there's any curiosity. So Devil May Cry 1, I played on normal, and that's about it. Yeah, there's no rocket science there. It's played on normal, and yeah, that's apparently there's a easy difficulty. I don't have no clue how you unlock that. I never gotten to a point in Devil May Cry 1 where I had to unlock easy. So if y'all curious about unlocking easy, my suggestion is look it up, and that's for those who are having a hard time with Devil May Cry 1. But I haven't got to that point, and I played that game so many times. But yeah, on to Devil May Cry 2, the same, on normal. I played that on normal, yeah. And there's no automatic in that game that I know of. There is no automatic. So, with that being said, that's all I can really say on that one. And yes, I've platinumed Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation, on the PS3, and I'm still progressing for Devil May Cry 1 anyway on the PS4. These games are very challenging. They're not easy, and no, I'm not planning to do a playthrough of me beating these games on all its difficulties. No, the whole point of me doing the playthrough was to just give people on my channel something to watch, and if they're curious about Devil May Cry, or if they want to know or excuse me, not want to know, but see the gameplay or want to know somewhat of the story, there it goes. The playthroughs, at least my playthroughs of it. But yeah, on that front, that's Devil May Cry 2. There's really not much I can add to that playthrough. It was on normal difficulty. Yeah. And Devil May Cry 3. There is an automatic setting for that. I did not use that because I didn't feel like I needed it, but it is there. There's also yellow and gold, which is the orbs that you choose when you before you start. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Devil May Cry 3. I beat it on all difficulties, but in the playthrough that I have uploaded, that's on normal. And yeah, there's really not much I can add to that. I mean, I'm only bringing this up because just in case. But it's Devil May Cry 3. Normal playthrough. And that's pretty much it. That's all I can really say on it. If you're wondering if I chose yellow or gold, I chose yellow. So, and I did beat the game on gold, but that was with Virgil. So it really doesn't matter unless you want the trophies. You know, it comes on the PlayStations, just trophies or whatever. But to me, yeah, that's the route I went on while playing Devil May Cry. And then there's DMC, but I'm not even gonna get into that one yet because it's DMC. So now that I got that all out of the way, hopefully that addresses some of y'all curiosity if you're watching these playthroughs and you're wondering what controls did he use, how did he play the game. Well, there you go. Automatic in Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition was only used for the Nero and Dante playthrough. But for me, personally, it doesn't matter. Play the game the way y'all want to play it. Don't let people belittle you or criticize you. Well, excuse me. People are going to criticize anybody, especially on the internet. But my point is that don't let people belittle you on the way you want to play the game. Play the game the way you feel comfortable and the way you want to play the game. It's just ridiculous to me that some people just want to critique every little thing that someone else does sometimes, especially something as stupid as that. I think it's just utterly dumb. I personally don't care for that kind of stuff. Now I do want to talk about something else now that I'm on the topic of talking about videos in a way and how playthroughs happen, and that is the fighting game stuff on my channel. For instance, Galaxy Fight Universal Warriors. For those who have not watched that playthrough, I want to be clear about something about that game. I have edited out a lot of the losses. We're talking about 4 hours of footage here, right? In some of those playthroughs. And of course, I'm going to edit out the losses because it's ridiculous. Let me tell you something. The AI in that game and the amount of damage the computer does, it's unreal. It's totally unfair. So of course, you're gonna want to edit out all that stuff. To me, it's unwanted filler. That's how I look at it. It's still a playthrough. The only difference is that I'm taking out the losses. That's about it. And I also want to be clear. Nowhere did I ever title it as a perfect run or as this is a straight playthrough where I didn't lose. And I nowhere that I ever titled it that way. But it is a playthrough nonetheless. It's just me taking out the losses. And the reason for this is because I'm not gonna upload about 4 hours of footage. Y'all ridiculous. Some of y'all are really ridiculous. Like, are you serious right now? Oh yeah, this watch him get his ass beat by the computer. You're crazy. If you want to experience that, my advice is download the damn game, play the game, and then the game can whoop your ass about X amount of times, and there you go. You understand why I don't upload that kind of footage. If it was being live streamed, I wouldn't care because it's being live streamed. It is what it is. But if it's me doing a playthrough, and especially if it's a tough fighting game, an old kind of fighting game, yeah, I'm gonna edit that out. I'm not gonna leave that in there. I think that's unwanted crap as far as I'm concerned, and I just want people, at least on my channel, to see from battle 1 all the way to the last battle and the ending of the character, and if there's any rivalry battles in between that. Um, I also want to mention though, in Galaxy Fight Universal Warriors, there's also a secret boss fight after the boss. But to obtain that boss fight, to get that boss fight to activate, you have to not lose. And in that game, it's pretty impossible not to lose. Another tough fighting game is Art of Fighting, especially Art of Fighting 2 and 3. Those games are unforgivingly hard. Those are really, really. It's not that they're not just hard. They're borderline broken. I have no idea why SNK would want to release those games in that state without altering the difficulty or making it at least somewhat beatable. But that game is just unbelievably broken. It's something that has to be experienced to be better understood. But it's hard. That game is real tough. Another one that's what I call Samurai Souls 3, but Samurai Showdown 3, is that game is also pretty challenging. Not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, but it is challenging. It's a challenging game. It's one step forward, two steps back though. Oh man, Samurai Showdown. But I really enjoyed that series. But yeah, I just want to get that out the way because I see some people come onto the channel sometimes and they complain about, oh well, they didn't see a particular combo, and that's another thing. I get this depression because that's the way people word things in the comments. It's like they come to watch these fighting playthroughs, these whatever fighting game playthrough, right? And they sit there and they expect to see like these crazy ass combos. They're expecting to see like a 20, 15 hit crazy combo of these games from way back in the day. And I'm saying to myself, like, yeah, no, that's not the case. You're not gonna always see crazy, ridiculous combos. That just doesn't work that way. Where in 2018 you play games like Dragon Ball Fighter Z where everything is flashy and there's Kamehamehas left and right. Or you're playing a game like Blaze Blue Central Fiction where you could pretty much pick the stylus mode and you could pretty much do combos with one or two buttons. Crazy ass combos. But back then you actually had to learn the character and you actually had to figure these things out. And as far as I'm concerned, if you come to my channel, you're watching the playthrough, they're just that, a playthrough. It is not a compilation. My videos ain't a compilation of, oh, you're gonna see all these crazy combos and all this stuff. No. But in those playthroughs, I have to say, there's a lot of intense fights, at least from the way I view it, because those games are tough. At least the classic Samurai Showdowns and a lot of classic stuff is pretty hard. It can be pretty hard. But yeah, to me, it's just interesting when I see people come onto the channel and they're just like getting mad or criticizing said playthrough because they didn't see a particular combo, or they're like, oh, your skills are low. Okay, it's like if you think you do better than me, you do a video and upload it. Plain and simple. I don't need, as far as I'm concerned, I honestly don't need to explain myself to anyone. And in reality, I didn't even have to do this video. But I'm doing this because, especially because the Devil May Cry thing, it's just annoying. It's so dumb to me that people have time in the day to sit there and they're just like, you know something, man? I'm going to go and criticize the way he plays DMC4. Or I'm going to go and criticize the fact that he can't pull off a 15-20 hit combo in the game from back then in the day in the 90s. I never played, but I watched. It's so easy. To me, it's ridiculous that people have time to really do that. And the whole point of me uploading this kind of content on my channel is for people to enjoy. And people, if they're curious to see what these games are about, they can see the gameplay and they can watch the character in these and maybe try to understand the character. But for what I see, a lot of people don't really care so much about the character and the story. It's just more like, oh, if the character's doing this crazy attack, oh, that must be a cool character. I want to play the character. Not so much getting to know the lore behind said game. But I play fighting games for story. Yeah, surprisingly, I do play fighting games for story. People are like, fighting games don't have story. Yeah, there's a story behind them. It's just it don't have story to those who don't seek it. There goes your answer. If you don't seek it, it doesn't have it. Um, but there's a story to most fighting games. There is. Even Dead or Alive. Yes, Dead or Alive. So, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. So, anyways, I just wanted to get this out the way. And I hope this answers any questions about some of the playthroughs. And especially this whole Devil May Cry thing. Because I think it's just utterly ridiculous. And that's all I pretty much have to say for now on this. I just think it's really stupid. It really is. And I probably won't be talking about this again. Because I just think this is a waste of my time talking about this when there's more important things going on. Way more important things going on in my life. And then obviously there's more important things going on in the world today. I think there should be more things that people should be focusing their energy on instead of kind of worrying about, hey, you're playing this game on automatic. Hey, you're not pulling this crazy combo. Hey, why you edit out almost 4 hours of getting your ass whooped in Ghazi fight Universal Warrior? Do you like really? Like, that's just ridiculous. It's called a playthrough, not called a perfect run. Not called, hey, this is me being undefeated throughout the whole game. No, it's just a playthrough. Relax. Alright, you're seeing battle 1 through 9 or whatever it is, and that's pretty much it. And that's all that should matter. So, anyways, I hope that clears up any questions or curiosity or whatever it is that one may wonder and come into this channel on some of this stuff. And anyways, as always, this is Rayuka here saying thanks for watching. I would say subscribe to the channel, but at this point, subscribe if you like what you see here, and if not, don't subscribe. Plain and simple. I'm just getting right to the point on that one. And if you like this video, drop a like, and if not, well, it is what it is. And as always, until next time, everyone, sayonara.